this or this. School does not teach us how to earn money.
Education is not the most important thing in your life. I'm sorry, it's not.
It's not going to make me a better person. Having this does make me a better person than if I had this. I can do more with this than I can with this.
Your dream is the most important thing in this world.
Do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. That's the hack.
Maybe you here because you need to hear this here. Maybe you here because you need to dust off your dreams. Maybe you need to explore your imagination. Maybe you just need to identify your gift so you can quit tripping in your own life, trying to figure out what you can do when God already planted inside you a long time ago.
See, the point is, you don't know how much future you've got. What's gone is gone. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Some of you have had divorces. Some of you have probably had bankruptcies. Some of you have had terrible things happen in the past. But what's gone is gone. It's in the past.
And we attract it because we're in harmony with it. Think of this for a moment. Take this stuff. Most people are not in harmony with money. They're really not.
Spend your time focusing on the past is to spend the only thing that you've got, and that's what's right here, right now, because the sand never stops running. This is all we've got. And to spend your time now thinking of what happened there is making absolute certain that the future is going to be the same as the past.
Anything hard in life, once you get through it, it's like you become a POW. Like how many POWs you know want to go back to POW camp? None.
If you talk to kids about their dreams, your dreams can spur you to get the education. But if you never find out what a child is dreaming about, you can't hold their attention. It's the dream, man. Your dream
is you have to believe that you are here on this earth. So what changed my whole mindset, really? I was thinking, like, why the hell did God put me here? What am I doing here? If you have that mentality, you can be nothing. You have to believe that you are here for a reason. That there's some reason, me getting beat up, me getting tortured, me being bullied, me being born with no foundation, me having to figure all this shit out on my own, figuring out this indestructible mental toolbox, had to be for a reason. And my reason, I believe now, I know for a fact, was to unlock the code of human potential. And for me to share that with people.
Money is an instrument. Now let's suppose I'm going to feed hungry people. I can feed more people with this than I can with this. So that would make me more effective. And that's what money does. Money is an idea. Money goes where it's invited and it stays where it's welcome.
Progress, but it's a strange thing because just as cynicism is an improvement over naivety, right, the capacity to be dark is an improvement over the lack of ability to be dark at all. And so Tate is attractive in the way that the shadow beckons to people who are undeveloped, right? Because it does. It's like you're neurotic and you're dependent and you're repressed because you're immature and harmless.
You have to write it. If it's not written, you reduce your chances greatly of it ever occurring. Everything I've ever gotten in life, I've written. My vision board is crazy. You wouldn't even believe I'm not even in the need business anymore. I'm in the want business. I don't need nothing. Got houses, cars, success, career, family, kids. What's on my vision board now is astronomical. And guess what? I'm gonna get all of it.
Most people's attitude towards money is very confused because they really don't understand. And we've been raised to believe you go to work to earn money. Just go to work.
When something sucks so bad in life, this is on this that we're talking about now. Very few people want to go back. They're happy they graduated. I realized I'm the same way. I don't want to go back. I have to go back. I must go back. Because that is exactly where all the knowledge of my life exists, was back there in what you're exactly talking about. Well, I didn't know anything about this, but how I grew a will was constantly doing these things to now, it's just life.
Think. You see, we teach the principles of success. We teach them. All of our programs are based on the principles of success. This man that wrote this book, spent his entire life studying 500 of the world's most successful people. He became intimate friends with people like Henry Ford and Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone. He became intimate friends with them. They were doing what they absolutely loved. They changed the whole world. Ford put us on wheels. Edison illuminated the place. They were doing what they love, and they earned millions. What do you love doing? Quit working and start doing what you love, and you'll never work again.
I got all the right gear, man. I got the ropes, I got the shoes, I got the chalk, I got the harnesses. I'm good. I'm not scared to climb anymore. I go to the rock, hammered in, I got my belay, and I'm good to go. So you got to figure out how to climb first, and that's all. We all have a different way of climbing. That's why there's a lot of books out there on mental toughness. It's all crap. Why? Because it's a cookie cutter way. Life isn't cookie cutter. Like 3.14 is pi. It's how you figure out equations. We're all different equations. We all have a story. We all have to strengthen our mind to figure out our own equation. Once you figure out your own equation in life, you can then start picking away at how to be better. But you first have to figure out your equation in life. Once you figure that out, man, you can do anything.
If you do not have it written down, your chances of it happening is reduced drastically because it's a principle of success. You have to have everything you want written. It's in the Bible. Now, you ain't got to be the greatest Christian in the world. You still got to get some of these scriptures and apply them. Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it plain, so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. That's in the Bible.
I feel like I'm missing something. I don't feel like I'm missing shit. I don't have what you all have, but you'll never in my life hear me tell you I'm missing something. Everybody is. They're missing this feeling.
You might not think all that much of me, but you would if you knew what I was, though. If you'd have saw me when I had a severe stuttering problem and I couldn't talk outside my house, you would think much of me if you saw me when I flunked out of school. I'm on my third marriage. You would think a whole lot more of me if you knew me when I was living in that car for 3 years. Because see, what he turned me into was something I never saw that I didn't think I'd ever be this.
And that's what I realized. That's what I realized. Life, that's why I wanted to come on here today. I didn't want to come on here and talk about no fucking passion and purpose and how to get the fuck out of bed, how to hit a fucking alarm clock and all this catchphrase bullshit. Because that wasn't how I lived. That wasn't how I lived. I woke up like every human being does and goes, fuck, man, I'm a fucking piece of shit today. How the hell is this gonna work out for me? And you fight that. And you fight that. You don't override it. There's no override button. It's the conversation in your fucking, like, in your head. So how do you do that? We don't have enough of these conversations about the real conversation that every human being is having. And they have no idea how to get out of it, but they do. It's that shit right there, man. You gotta build your will. How do you build your will? Exactly what you said, man. Exactly what you said.
Money is earned according to the law of compensation. The law of compensation is clear. The amount of money you earn is in direct ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you.
That's real. If you don't think it's real, I dare you to try it. Write everything you want on a piece of paper. Everything. I don't care. Use your wildest imagination. If you can think it, you can achieve it. Write it on a piece of paper. Read it every morning and every night. Come back here 1 year from today and see how much of that stuff that came true. That's a promise of your God. That ain't no theory I come up with. That's all successful people have it. Oprah's on TV for 30 years telling people about vision boards. It's very real.
Every time you print money, the rich get richer Let me say it again. When you print money, governments print money, which are printing all over the world today, the rich are getting richer because assets go up in value. What else goes up in price are food, eggs, and stuff like this. So the rich get richer because they have real money, but the poor and middle class get hammered because inflation's killing them.
You got to dream about something so big that it dwarfs all your fears. The way you overcome fear is with your dream. You got to make your dream so big that nothing matters except that dream. You're willing to do everything that's necessary. I was listening to Will Smith the other day. Will Smith said the best things in life is on the other side of fear. It's on the other side of fear. But fear freezes people, man. The fear of failure freezes people. Suppose I don't do it. Well, you might not make it. But I got news for you. If you don't do it, you damn sure ain't gonna make it. That's a for sure.
So you look at America today, we have an election coming up for the president. And what's happening is inflation is killing people right now. This is takes more and more of these to buy one of these here. So you understand Gresham's law. When bad money enters a system, this is bad money, this goes into hiding. So Republic Monetary Exchange, you're in Phoenix, this is in hiding. This 50-cent piece is worth a lot more than this. So when we're talking about why do I buy assets, why do I buy real estate? Because when I use debt is this fake money here. To buy a house, this goes down in value, but the house goes up in value.
I'm up about 5:30. So every morning it starts with a run. And that's because that's the one thing I hate to do more than anything in the world. So that's like my cup of coffee. And I'm all about armoring yourself. So the second you leave your house, and the second you open your phone, the second you do any of that shit, you are now letting in poison and cancer. So I make sure a lot of things you can't avoid. So as I get up, I start to armor plate my mind and body. Like a person's going to war, you put your body armor on. That's what I'm doing on that run. I'm waking up and I'm giving myself all this armor. So when I come out in the world, and I look at that phone, I'm ready.
So that's why the smart people know how to use debt to get richer, because they use debt to buy real assets, and this gets worth less and less and less and less and less. It's Gresham's law. When bad money enters the system, good money goes into hiding. When bad money enters the system, the rich buy more assets like real estate, land, things like this. So they get richer, and the poor and middle class get poor because inflation kills them. That's Gresham's law. It's been around for thousands of years. So I hold this up here, 1964 real silver, and this. I say, which would you rather have, this 50-cent piece or the $10? The rich will take this. Poor middle class will take this.
I remember talking to this chap. I was in the Hotel Vancouver, and I was picking up 2 heavy briefcases or suitcases, and I was in a real rush to get to the airport. He said, "What's the matter with you?" He said, "You look like you're going to pass out." And I said, "I feel like I am." He said, "What's the matter?" And I said, "My head is aching so bad, I feel sick to my stomach." Now, some of you suffer with this, and I felt like banging my head against the wall. It was so much pain. He said, "Go and sit down in that chair." And I said, "I don't have time. I got to catch a plane." He said, "Listen, you can always get another plane. You only get one head." He said to me, "Do you know what forgive means?" And by the way he asked the question, I just thought I probably don't. And I said, "Well, I don't know." He says, "Forgive means let go of completely, abandon. Just let it go. Unequivocally. No strings attached." Now he said, if you want to rid yourself of headaches, just forgive all thoughts that are on your mind. And you just listen to me. And he put me in a totally relaxed state. I felt better than I had felt for years. Because you're going to find that your head is aching because of the things that you're not letting go of. And it's causing tension, and it's causing an abnormal state of vibration of the cells in the brain, which causes the blood to rush to the head. And as you put yourself in a totally relaxed state, you'll soon become programmed to relax.
It's the ultimate power to stand in front of a group of people, and you all can ask me any question you want to, and I'll answer it. That right there is what I talk about authenticity. It's being able to know that your life is jacked up, that we all come from a past that maybe bad or good, and to own it, and not to be ashamed of it. to not be afraid for people to judge you. You know, not care what other people think. To be able to walk around in your own skin and be so comfortable in it that you can write your whole life, all the bad, not the good, all the bad on the billboard, and walk around like this.